Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Raptors blunder further highlighted by the Lakers stealing a needed free agent. The Los Angeles Lakers get whatever they want. At least, that's how it feels to teams left outside the inner circle of free agent destinations. Players want to live in Los Angeles and wear the historic purple and gold jerseys of the Lakers. There are a handful of other franchises with a lot of draw, the Miami Heat, the New York Knicks, but no one can match the Lakers. The Toronto Raptors are feeling that sting once more as the Lakers have swooped in and snatched a free agent that should have signed with the Raptors. Yet once again, California beats Canada. The Raptors have a need at backup center. They are going for the warm bodies approach right now, hoping that two late-round rookies and the declining Chris Boucher can fill the minutes behind Jakob Poeltl, with a little help at times from Kelly Olynyk. What they could have used was another shot blocker with size to step in when Poeltl was off the court, and especially when he missed games altogether. The Raptors once had their center of the future on the roster in Christian Koloko, but after a promising rookie season he developed blood clots and was forced to step away from basketball. He was recently cleared to return, and he was free to sign with any team in the league because of a massive blunder made by the Raptors. It was not clear whether Christian Koloko would be able to return to the NBA, but the Raptors held on to his contract while they waited to find out. Then, at this year's trade deadline, they were confronted with a choice. They could trade Pascal Siakam to the Indiana Pacers for 3 players, but they would need to waive someone currently on the roster to do so. Toronto elected to waive Koloko, relinquishing any and all rights to his contract when and if he returned to the NBA. They did so to take on the contract of Kira Lewis Jr., whom they would soon reroute to the Utah Jazz. The Raptors were never going to play Lewis, but instead of finding a team to reroute him to, or executing the trade differently, they waived Koloko as if he would never be able to return to the league. Now he has been cleared to play just a few months later, and reportedly was looking at a handful of teams in the NBA, including the Raptors and the Los Angeles Lakers. It should never have been an open market to begin with, but since it was, Koloko was free to sign with any team he wanted. He chose the Lakers. The Lakers are likewise working with a patchwork collection of players at backup center, including Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and two-way big Colin Castleton. Christian Koloko is far enough removed from his rookie season that it's unclear if he will be better than those players, but the upside is certainly well above them. Koloko is 7 feet 1 inch tall with a menacing frame and wingspan, and he should be an ideal defensive backup to Davis if he can earn the playing time. All reports are that he looks and plays as if he were fully healthy. The Lakers will almost certainly benefit from having him on the roster if he is healthy. The Raptors were not limited to minimum salaries like the Lakers. They could have offered Koloko a fully guaranteed contract, or even something slightly more than the minimum. Instead, a player who should have been on their roster the whole time is now in Los Angeles, playing for less money and behind a high-minute starting big. The Lakers always win. They shouldn't have even had a car in the race, but a careless move by the Raptors opened up the door. They slunk in and stole a big man, and it may come back to haunt Toronto. Could rumored Lakers trade target be a massive mistake? The Los Angeles Lakers entered the offseason looking to build their roster into more of a competitor after being bounced out in the first round of the postseason. However, to this point, they have hardly made any moves of real significance, and the roster remains very similar to the one they had in the playoffs. The biggest difference is at the head coaching spot, with former NBA guard J.J. Redick taking over the helm for Darvin Ham. Redick will be tasked with maximizing this core group of players, despite not having any coaching experience to work with. Los Angeles has tried to upgrade their roster this offseason, but to no avail. However, one name has been consistently tied to them, veteran forward Jeremy Grant of the Portland Trail Blazers. The big holdup in any deal has been the Lakers' hesitancy to move more than one first-round draft pick for Grant. Many believe that Grant could give the Lakers a solid addition to the roster due to his 3-and-D skill set. However, Andy Bailey of Bleacher Report has listed the Lakers as the worst trade fit for Grant among interested teams. Grant and the Los Angeles Lakers have been linked to each other for much of this offseason, but spending their limited trade assets there doesn't make much sense. Rui Hachimura is 4 years younger, makes about half as much money, and was arguably more productive last season. Landing Grant would also mean taking on his massive contract. He is scheduled to make $29.7 million this season and still would have 3 more years on his contract. His salary also increases in every season, including in his final year when he will be paid $36.4 million as a 33-year-old. Grant would bring three-point shooting and defense to the team, but Hachimura was very valuable to the Lakers this past season. The veteran forward averaged 21.0 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. He also shot 40.2% from beyond the three-point line. In contrast, Hachimura averaged 13.6 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 1.2 assists per game. He actually shot better than Grant from deep, coming in with 42.2%. Hachimura isn't as good of a scorer as Grant, but he will only make $17 million this season. That is considerably less than Grant, sparking some extra hesitancy by the Lakers. All in all, a Grant deal could be worth it for Los Angeles, but they will need to be careful with what they give up to make it happen. NBA rumors: Los Angeles Lakers targeting Cleveland Cavaliers point guard. The Los Angeles Lakers plan to acquire one more key player before the start of the upcoming NBA season in October. They've now set eyes upon Darius Garland, a young star from the Cleveland Cavaliers, who was implied to be a possible trade target for the Lakers. So far, the Lakers have yet to acquire a talented baller in the offseason. Despite making promises to obtain promising NBA players crucial in aiding the team's veterans and supporting cast, it has only notably acquired 2 league draftees, James Bronny and Dalton Knecht. Eric Pincus, an insider from the NBA Bleacher Report, had mentioned that the Cavaliers' Garland could be the Lakers' closest chance to acquiring a star player. The former Vanderbilt Commodore's role could be a significant addition to the team's point guards, notably D'Angelo Russell. In a recent report at Bleacher, Pincus raised the possibility of the Lakers acquiring Garland and how the team could achieve it. The Lakers may avoid the 3-star concept, especially given the restrictive new rules and the team's high payroll, which has bottlenecked its flexibility this summer, Pincus wrote. Still, if Darius Garland became available out of Cleveland, the Lakers would probably offer both of their firsts to the Cavaliers for the young guard. Salary matching would be complex, probably requiring more than one team, Pincus added. Garland played for the Cavaliers for 5 seasons. Last season, he averaged 18.0 points on 44.6% shooting. His team ended up in 4th place and overcame the first round of the playoffs for the first time since James' departure from the team in 2018. Despite lingering rumors about his possible trade to the Lakers, the 2022 NBA All-Star persisted that he would stay and play more games for his current team. He denied that he sought to switch teams. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Darius Garland? Leave your opinion in the comments.